There's going to be a serious sweeping in the kingdom, because God's people, they are held hostage. They are held what? Hostage. A prophet, true prophet, sent by God, is never interested in your money. He's interested in you finding your path to God. If you bless him with money, glory be to God. But most of the prophets sent from God, they love to work hard with their hands to make a living and to also protect their integrity from being bought. A prophet sent from Jesus will not favor you more because you buy him bread. He will rather choose the one who does not do anything for him, and he will show favor on that one. This is how. Stop listening to what people are saying and start studying the lives of people. How are you? Where are prophets? Prophets, prophetess, seer. Some they say they are. Where are you? If you are, I'm going to say, stand up, prophesy that person, prophet that person. Lift your hand. Let's see. Because they need a paper. Yeah? They want what? A paper first. They go and investigate. Before they prophesy this man, they want someone first that is close to this man to bring them information. If you say you are a prophet, speak to nations. That will validate that you hear from God. Speak about situations that the hand of man cannot influence. Then we know who you are. But the one who only prophesy people in his circle, only people in his church, there's a problem. I'm sending this message out because I'm seeing people who have been saying they're prophets dying with a strange sickness. This is a prophecy. Watch what will happen. People becoming sick because God is eliminating them. Because these people, they are killing nations, stealing from our mothers in the name of I have sinned. And some of you are a victim. You know. If you are a prophet, not only do you have ability to see in the lives of people, you even see in your life. Anyone who claims to hear from God, but God cannot tell them about what is happening in their surrounding, in their livelihood, they are not sent from God. Moses knew when it was his time to die. Elijah knew when it was his time to sleep. A prophet have the grace to know mysteries about the lives of people and about his own life, personal life. Before my father died, God told me that this man will die. He will not finish 8 months, and I knew. Are you a prophet? Do you hear from God? What have God said about your daughter this morning? Eh? Some of you, you are a wife. I hear from God. And your husband have 10 women outside. You don't know. You don't know. And you say you are a prophetess. And he's cheating you left, right, and center. And you say you see. Where? You can't see this one. Jesus said, remove first. Deal with your issues first before you deal with the issues of the world. Relationship with God is so personal that it starts with you and God first before you can be of service to the world. Have a personal walk with God. The problem we are having in my generation, we want to serve the world before we have developed strength of walking with God. Jesus kept Moses for 40 years in the wilderness to develop what? Personal relationship. That he must know God first before he can go and talk about him. Having the ability to talk about God does not necessarily mean that he has sent you. Because this is man's natural gift. If I take a mic now and give it to a politician, he can even teach the Bible even better than me. But God does not recognize them. To have the ability to talk about Jesus does not mean he has sent you. Today we depend on the eloquence. How good a suit looks on a man, then you conclude he's sent from God. That's why we are deceived. Yeah? That's why we are what? Deceived. In this country is bad. For you to be recognized as a prophet, you must have a Nigerian name. If you say you are from Ethiopia, they say, there's no prophets in Ethiopia. If you are from Botswana, they say you are playing, there's no prophets. You must come from Ghana or Nigeria. Then they will say, no, you are a prophet. Remember what happened? They said, what good can come out of Nazareth? Jesus was not recognized by his people because of where he came from. We need to craft a deep and personal functioning relationship with the Holy Spirit that we may not be deceived. Even if we can pray for 40 days, hearing from God is not the work of flesh. It is by divine grace. It is given. Yeah? It is what? It is given. Moses was sitting in a palace eating watermelon. Aaron was toiling in the spiritual world, but God chose Moses to come and speak on his behalf because Moses was born. Aaron knew more mysteries of the work of God, but God did not choose it to speak. God said no. He went to take the one that was eating watermelon because that one was born to hear. Imagine Elijah having walked with Gehazi for so long. When it was his time to go, God said, go and look for Elisha. And he left the man that have seen all miracles, that have been saving the prophet, that knows more about this office. But God said, this one is not born. He went to collect the one that was born. It is not by men's selection. It is by God's appointment. Tell your neighbor, it is not by men's selection. It is by God's appointment. It is an appointment. You are appointed into the office. You don't choose. To desire the office of hearing from God does not mean you'll wake up tomorrow and you become. Most of us here, growing up, we wanted to be doctors. But mathematics showed you that you are not born to be a doctor. That's why you are a bricklayer today. Eh? Mathematics said, no, you are not wired to be a doctor. Every child you meet, I want to be a doctor. We say, okay, no problem. We will see. You don't choose. You are appointed. Some of you, your life is so difficult because you are wrestling to become something that you are not born to be. I never wanted to be a pastor. I never wanted to be a prophet. I wanted to be a businessman. God took me from a corporate industry in Woodmead in Sante. He said, you are going to Rustenburg. I never wanted to be a pastor. Man of God, this is difficult. To deal with a soul. Ooh, that is the most difficult job. I said, God, I don't want